Okay, Beth, gratitude lightning round. Except this time we're doing it roast style. Tell me something you're grateful for about me.
Oh, that's easy. I'm grateful you show up on time, even if on time means a full 5 minutes after the time you said.
Wow, coming in hot
Hmm.
today.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm grateful for your motivational texts. I love those, especially the ones at 6 a.m. Those are fun. Those just are not. Like I'm already awake and enlightened. Who knew?
You're welcome. I'm basically your spiritual alarm clock. I'm grateful you always bring snacks,
Hmm.
even if they're weird, healthy ones no one else wants. And I feel like sometimes those are the ones, that Jillian wouldn't eat, but
That's another
I'm
story.
grateful.
Listen, my snacks are elevated, and I'm grateful you tell the truth even when it hurts. I like it. I like it.
A lot.
Like when you said my 5 minute meditation sounded like a nap.
I was just trying to help. I'm grateful you let me talk things out for 20 minutes before you say
It's more
some
an
of the
hour, but okay.
actual.
Just kidding.
So, what's the actual point?
Because there's always a point, Beth. Always. I'm very grateful you pretend not to notice when I'm procrastinating.
Pretend? Oh, sweetie, I notice. I'm just giving you space to lie to
I know
yourself.
you notice everything. Okay. Wow. Let's get into the real gratitude, the deep kind, before we lose all of our listeners.
Let's do that. Let's roll the intro.
All right, let's do
Our
it.
new intro.
Yes. Enjoy.
Roll it.
One closet, yeah, we're laughing while we live it. We got stories, we got wisdom, some things we probably shouldn't admit yet. Hey, hey. Come on in, there's always room. Pull up a shelf, adjust your mood. We're talking life, we're talking soul. From clutter to cosmic truths untold. It's two in the closet. Zero shame and lots of sass. Get comfy, girl, 'cause we're diving into the good stuff. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Dancing in my head.
You don't want to hear me sing, so
No, no,
I will not
okay.
sing.
All right. So let's be real. First of all, shout out to our fall display set designer Beth
This is
and
beautiful.
flannel because nothing screams Thanksgiving and gratitude
Like
and fall
flannel.
like flannel.
We're very cozy in the closet
Very
today.
cozy today. But let's be real. Gratitude is super easy when life is Instagram pretty. But when it's messy, when something hurts, it feels like a spiritual assignment you didn't study for.
Yes. And you're like, I'm supposed to be grateful and dealing with all this?
That's exactly why we're talking about the deeper side of gratitude spiritual, metaphysical, quantum, and yes, nothing would be complete without a little Daddy Joe Dispenza.
It would not.
It
I
would
hear it
not.
all the time.
All the time. So, what's one experience from your life, Jen, when gratitude felt impossible and what shifted or didn't shift?
I would say Burning Man.
Talk more.
Yes. So when I was at Burning Man and I was stuck in the car for 15 hours, I had to go to the bathroom. Obviously, I couldn't go in the car. So you walk out of the car and go to the porta potties that are alongside the street or the dirt road. So I went, pouring rain, went to the bathroom, came back, had no idea where the car was. No idea. And I panicked from head to toe. I started sweating. I started getting a little anxiety. And all through my head, I'm like, how am I going to get back? I'm going to be stuck here. I'm going to get sick. I'm going to get the pneumonia. I'm not going to be able to eat. And
Did you
I,
say the pneumonia?
something like that. You know what I mean? I just felt like I was going to be stuck out.
I'm sorry. Yes.
No, it's okay. And just really fear. And I just stopped and I go, okay, someone's going to help me find my way. If I can't find it myself, I'm just going to stop and slow down. I took a breath and I found the car, and I was so fucking grateful
Hmm.
that it made me realize went to the worst case scenario,
Yeah.
completely the worst case
Yeah.
scenario. and I went right to the panic when there was probably 40,000 cars.
Yeah.
And would have
Yeah.
me.
Somebody's going to help you find your way back.
I just had to lift my shirt. Not a big deal.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So one thing Dr. Joe says that I love is gratitude is the ultimate sign of receivership, which means we don't wait for something good to happen before we feel thankful. Gratitude actually creates the signal that calls the good in. It's a frequency.
It's a feeling.
It's a feeling. We are a feeling universe. The universe works on feeling. So another thing Reverend Michael Beckwith loves to say in the tone of an angry parent when you're like 7 or 8 is, if you don't stop being grateful, I'm going to give you something to be grateful for. So that just kind of what you appreciates, right? Along those lines.
It grows.
Yeah.
So basically your body is like, oh, we're grateful now. Okay, then something good must have already happened.
Yes, and the brain doesn't know the difference between real and imagined. Joe says the body only believes the future is real when you feel it emotionally. So gratitude pulls us out of survival and into creation, because if it's not already there, if the thing that you're grateful for isn't actually here right now, but you're feeling it, you're actually creating it.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I learned something every day.
Every day.
So, and survival is what? Anxiety, panic, stress, pre-holiday chaos, state of mind.
Yes. And creation is openness, trust, expansion. Gratitude tells the quantum field, this is my new frequency, match it. And it will. And it will.
I have a question for you. Could you be in gratitude even when you're in a bad place?
Absolutely.
Because that's what I have a hard time doing. Being in gratitude.
That's why we're talking about this.
No, I know. And I think it's really good to make aware, because I think a lot of people have this.
Either or.
Either, yeah.
Yeah. And it's super important to be grateful when you're in those places, because it will help you move out of those places faster. Again, you're in creation mode when you're in gratitude. When you're in fear and lack, you're in constraint, right? So how does feeling gratitude before things change actually change your energy? Well, that's it. It's a feeling tone in your body. Think about something that you're grateful for right now.
Okay.
Got it? What does your body feel like?
Very light and relaxed.
Okay.
And not angst, no anxiety feeling in my chest.
That's how you change your energy. That is your energy changing that you can actually feel in your body. So where in your life, Jen, would you say you default to survival mode when gratitude could shift that? I mean, I think you just talked about the worst case scenario. Right.
With Burning Man, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You went to the darkest place with 40,000 people around you.
Oh, the darkest. Like the helicopter would have to come down. Like, yeah, it wasn't comfortable.
Like you were alone on a desert playa without all those people.
People were next to me standing. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to be alone.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be alone.
No. So Joe also talks about gratitude creating heart and brain coherence. When your heart and your brain sync up, your electromagnetic field expands. We all have a field of energy around us, right?
Yes.
And you become way more magnetic to possibility because you're expansion and heart brain coherence. So the difference the being out of incoherent. Wow, that's where that came from.
Right? Who knew?
When your heart and your brain are not in coherence, your brain could say, I know I'm not going to be able to pay my rent. Like, I know based on my income, there's not going to be enough.
Right.
So that's what your heart believes, or your head believes, your brain.
Logic.
But your heart is like, I'm open to possibilities. I'm open to a windfall. I'm open to a raise. I'm open for unexpected good coming from somewhere, right? So they're out of coherence.
Right.
You're giving mixed signals to the universe in the most simplest way. Your head is thinking one thing and your heart is trying to feel another or feeling it. But when you get them on the same wavelength, that's where,
The magic happens.
yeah.
I like the idea that gratitude is like turning a radio.
Tuning a radio?
Tuning a radio,
Yeah.
not turning a radio,
Yeah.
tuning a radio. You don't have to understand the mechanics. You're just turning the dial from
Yes.
static to clarity.
Yes. And spiritually, gratitude is a prayer. It's saying, I trust God in this moment, even if this moment is still unfolding, even if I can't see, even if I don't know. That's not your job. And biblically, there's a verse that says, give thanks in all things, not for all things. So that means give thanks even in the shitty stuff.
Because that's where you learn from.
Yeah, you're building spiritual muscle and spiritual income, basically. Like you're not, income is not the word I'm looking for. It'll come. But you want to practice being grateful even when things are hard, because again, it shifts you out of those hard places. If you're really, really struggling financially and all you're thinking about is I don't have, you're creating more lack. The universe says, wow, she's really interested in not having money. Let's take some more away from her, give her some more unexpected bills. That's where you're focused, right? So you don't have to be grateful for the hard thing. Just find something grateful
in that moment.
Yeah. So for me, hindsight has showed me a blessing that I couldn't see in real time. And I think you've got an example of that too. But a year ago, when the side gig that I had that paid extremely well went away, I was angry, and I was thinking, how am I going to pay my bills? Right. There was those moments of, oh my gosh, that's a big portion of my income. And in the immediate, I didn't see the blessing to it, because I knew, hundreds, if not thousands of kids were going to suffer because of this, taking away this program from them. And, so where's the blessing in that? It was helping so many people, right? Plus the people that work there were getting such a blessing out of it. But if that hadn't happened, or I should say when it did happen, very immediately right after that, because I moved through it. Well, there must be something better. This or something better is another favorite thing that I say. My regular 9 to 5, really amped up in my workload, and I was working a lot of overtime, which would not have been possible if I was traveling every weekend. The other thing is this podcast. Yeah. This podcast started because I'm like, hey, Jen, now I got time. Now we can actually do this.
On the weekends.
Yeah. So what's something that showed you the blessing that you could not see in the heat of the moment?
A few years ago, my husband, Barry, was away for a couple months and for work, and I had to do everything on my own. I had to, pay the bills. I had to, Jillian, the dog, driving her to school, going to work. And I was like, at first, I'm like, how am I going to do this? Mm-hmm. I have no fucking, clue how I'm going to do this and what am I going to do. But guess what? I learned to pay the bills. I managed the money. I managed the home. I took Jillian to school. I picked her up, and I also worked.
You did it.
So I did it,
yeah.
And I thought it was impossible. Absolutely impossible.
What a blessing that you proved to yourself that you could do that. Because I think you didn't think you
no
for a lot of that.
Yes,
yeah.
And the cooking part, I didn't really cook. So that was that. Yeah. But still, for the most part, yeah. I think I grew up a tremendous amount.
That's great.
Yeah.
And then when I think about how gratitude deepens my partnership with spirit, the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, for me, it makes me know that something has my back. When I start listing what I'm grateful for, I start to see there's so much more to be grateful for than not. And that is proof to me that I am loved by something greater, that I can't put my fingers on, but it's got my back. I've always known that. So
100%.
Yeah.
You're covered. But okay,
Yeah.
sometimes you can't go from despair to gratitude, like what I was saying before. That's like jumping a canyon.
Yeah. So that's why Joe's idea of micro gratitude really works. And I used this before I even knew that he talked about this. I had a financial disaster happen in my life, and I was in a class at the time that was teaching us about gratitude, and the teacher said sometimes it's just the breath. You start where you are. You wake up and you're like, I breathed today.
Start where you are.
My eyes opened, right? And I use that in my counseling with clients that were in really, really dire circumstances and couldn't find anything to be grateful for. I'm like, you woke up, you're breathing. You got yourself here, you know? So tiny little things. I'm grateful for this breath. I'm grateful I made it through the day. I'm grateful for this cup of tea or mushroom coffee in my case, right? These create tiny moments and they're energetic openings.
And then the field doesn't care if it's small. It just responds to the frequency. Low bar gratitude counts.
Yes, because there's no big or small in God universe.
Small, big, medium, large.
Yeah, but it doesn't know that.
Right.
It doesn't know that. Again, it's a feeling. You have a really big feeling or a small feeling. It's a feeling.
Right.
And there's no spiritual bypassing. You can have grief and gratitude at the same time. Both things can be possible at once. Anger and gratitude, fear and gratitude, they all can coexist. So Jen, what is one tiny authentic gratitude that's always accessible and available to you even when life is heavy?
Reaching out to a friend and just saying you're thinking about them.
Yeah.
I did that today on the way here. I'm grateful for you and I would love to talk to you.
Yeah. What I love about that especially is it is gratitude, but it's also the law of circulation. You're giving before you're getting. You know, which is really cool.
I didn't think of it like that.
Yeah. It just came to my head as you were saying it.
Oh.
So what happens when you let yourself feel both the pain and the gratitude without forcing either of them? What I know to be true in my own experience is I move through the negative, the pain or the whatever, faster when I'm in gratitude. Because again, gratitude is creation. Not being in gratitude is constraint and, tightening and closing off. So when you're in pain or you're grieving or something, you're having a hard time, that is an inclination. You start to breathe less deeply, right?
Shallow.
Yeah.
And
and sometimes gasping, right? Sometimes you need a bag.
Oh my God, Jake's
Oh my God.
I've never done that before.
Forever. Was not planned at all.
Really cool.
Yeah.
I think that made my day.
Let's be grateful for that.
I am. That was great.
Okay. Back to real gratitude though. I want to give us a Joe inspired practice.
Okay.
He teaches that gratitude conditions your body to the future you want right now. I do a meditation every night that takes me into my future feeling, right? So put your hand on your heart.
I just didn't know which hand I should
Whichever one
I'm feeling this one because I'm a righty.
One slow breath. And just say silently, thank you for this breath. Thank you for this body. Thank you for this now. I mean, it's that simple. It softens the survival mode, right? And it drops your heart and your body, your mind into coherence.
It's like you're telling your body we're safe, we're in receiving mode, and that opens up the quantum field.
And this is how you become the version of yourself who's ready for the miracle you're calling in. Because again, I can want the $50,000 car all day long, but if I'm not a match for it energetically, and I may get it, but I wouldn't be able to keep it.
It wouldn't be right for you.
Well, it wouldn't be a vibrational match. That's another topic, but being in coherence with the thing, like you have to become something different if you want something different. I can't stay the same and want to live in a mansion. Like I have to do something different. I have to change, right? So That's another story.
That's
Sidebar.
Yeah.
But
important
what do you feel in your body when you feel gratitude? We kind of talked about that.
Absolutely relaxed. Actually, in my body, I feel
Mhm.
very present.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the angst.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's really for me the anxiety. I
Yeah.
don't. I feel very zen almost,
Yeah.
like complete.
I'm rubbing off on you.
You are a little bit.
If you did one gratitude reset this week, what's one ritual you would choose?
A gratitude list.
Yes.
Making a gratitude list because
Which we've done.
we did,
Mhm.
and it felt really good
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
put that out there.
I got to drop this little nugget of a quote from Michael Beckwith
That's a good one.
because I love this so much. The enlightened give thanks for what most people take for granted. As you begin to be grateful for what most people take for granted, that vibration of gratitude makes you more receptive to good in your life. Learn to become still and to take your attention away from what you don't want and all the emotional charge around it and place your attention on what you wish to experience. So that is from my teacher. But we did do a gratitude list. So for Thanksgiving week, because this is Thanksgiving week, we're inviting you to tune into gratitude that's honest, human, and energetically powerful. Don't force it. It's not a performance. You're just aligning, right?
And remember, you don't have to be grateful for what's happening, just grateful for the strength, the guidance, the becoming.
Yes. Gratitude is the energy that carries you through the hard work and into the new thing. So that's your homework. Share one thing that you're grateful for that doesn't quite look good yet, but you're choosing to trust it's working for your highest good. Make sure to tag us at Two in the Closet Podcast or DM us. And then before we go, how many did I tell you to put on your list?
You've said between 10 and 20.
Okay. I think I did 20.
I did 11.
Okay.
I could have gone on and on and on.
Well, that's going to be your homework this week is to do it.
Right.
That's your new ritual.
Yes, that is my new ritual.
So let's just go one.
Okay.
Go.
Okay. I'm grateful for you being creative with me on this podcast and opening this journey.
I started out with my breath because I always do. Because without my breath, I got nothing else.
That's true. My mom lives in Los Angeles now.
My babies.
For being a mother to Jillian.
My friends.
My health.
My career.
Ability to be empathic.
Yeah. My coworkers.
My relationship with Barry.
Reverend Michael. I'll just keep going while she's reading.
Oh, ability to work to help support my family.
My health, reverse aging my body.
That my dad met Jillian before he passed.
My determination.
To audition and do self-tapes without missing work.
My creativity.
For all my travels.
Mm-hmm. My mind.
Grateful for our listeners and followers.
Nature.
And I ended with that.
Okay. And then I'm just going to rattle. My comfortable, cozy home. The podcast. Working from home. My 11-year-old car that runs perfectly. Below Deck and Survivor for my little, timeout. The way Colin cuddles at night as the little spoon. The way Penelope looks at me.
I forgot. Susie, our dog.
God. Yeah.
Love her.
Grateful for my spiritual journey in my life, my plants that I've had for decades, and for deep, meaningful conversations like this one. That's a perfect place to end.
Yes.
So we want to wish you the best Thanksgiving if you celebrate it.
Gobble, gobble.
Gobble, gobble. Treat somebody really nice, starting with yourself.
Yes.
And until next time, I'm Beth.
I'm Jed.
This is Two in the Closet. Happy
Bye.
Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Gobble, gobble.